New York City, good morning time. It's your hole in the wall, Brooklyn CB shop. Master of disaster, Richie RC127 at the helm. Cb19nyc, New York City video gate is now rolling. Think we had crazy Shagby Eddie out there, the couple. Let's see how long it takes Mr. Enforeskin to rub my foreskin in this morning. Yeah, you truck drivers are really taking care of him. The more you tell him, Richie been out here 30 years, the more you tell him shut up, the more you tell him get off his Johnson. He'll go away sooner or later, guys. Good morning time, New York City. Oh, yeah, good morning time around the city and anybody within the sound of my little stock mic voice. The fast-talking, slow-walking, needle-dancing, skip-shooting, audio-slinging, big badge wielding, second son of the big gun, hole-in-the-wall, CB shop is present. Your Cb19nyc, New York City video gate is now rolling.
More time right back at you, guys. I don't know where you're at, but more time right back at you. 590 around Midtown Manhattan. Waving.
591, Brooklyn, Utica Avenue, Winthrop, hole-in-the-wall, Brooklyn CB shop. Richie Radio, RC127 at the helm.
Roger that. 590 around Midtown. Meeting my mud station. And I'm back quiet.
Well, sir, you made it to the Cb19nyc video gate. Today's date and time. Yes, sir, you made it to the Cb19nyc on YouTube video gate.
The NYC video gate master is now rolling the tape. Oh, shit, yo. Hey, Richie. So know the crack.
Hey, Crazy Eddie, I hear you out there, duck plugger. What you doing this morning, man?
Just say no. I'm going to work, man. Pay my taxes to support people like you. That's what I got to do. That's what I'm trying to do, at least. That's why I tell you, man, go get a job, would you? Get a job, bro. Go make some money.
Well, you know, Eddie, my hole-in-the-wall CB shop does all right, Eddie. Eddie, my hole-in-the-wall CB shop does me quite all right, man. I ain't complaining, you know, it does what I need it to do. It takes care of my daily maintain and get by, and, well, you know, I guess anything after that, I guess anything after that, I really don't need it to do that, Tavor.
You have yet to answer my question. What services do you provide for truck drivers? If you're the truckman driver's best friend out there on the radio.
Oh, man, I got the video gates, the radio checks, but that wasn't your question, Eddie. That wasn't the question. But anyway, I'm letting y'all know that I'm out here. Your hole-in-the-wall CB shop. I don't want to tie up the channel there. Oh, yesterday's video got 104 hits in about 6 hours. Your truck drivers were on the ball yesterday. Anyway, the king of New York City, the hole-in-the-wall Brooklyn CB shop. I'm stepping back quiet.
I'm going to ask him again today. I'm going to ask him again for the next couple days. I had to. What service do you provide, Richard, to the truckers, to the drivers out there, besides plugging their ears?
I'm sorry, it's hard for me to understand you, sir. You're very out of breath for a man who just woke up. Services I provide. Well, I am the CB shop. We fix and repair and do most modifications, installs, and repairs while you wait. We give them the video gate channels across the land for them truck drivers that like to run around and shoot, skip, and be noise toys. But other than that, I'm just your hole-in-the-wall, most talked about Brooklyn CB shop, doing the radio wake the only way I know how to do it. Doing it once, doing it right, and I gotta hear everybody say, damn, he always getting it right way.
He was like a 9+ when he was on Utica in Brooklyn. He sounded like a mugshot now. I thought he was some guy far, far away. Nah, he's just a crackhead. He's just a lonely junkie. And I'm trying to help him out. I'm trying to help him reform, you know what I mean? To get off the drugs and off the pipe, but he doesn't seem to want my help. I don't know.
Hey, 590, you hold that thought, 590. 590, you hold that thought.
I can't operate here. You know, now I know how Richie 127 feels.
Yeah, Roger D on that audio. Yeah, Roger D on the low carrier, man. Well, we ain't got no watch, dump plucker, you know. Up on Utica, we were kicking about 1,300 whiskers at you, man. Up on Utica, we were rocking about 1,300 whiskers there. We ain't rocking no whiskers here, man. Just a barefoot, barefoot 94 HP like the video gate shows you. But anyway, I'm going to get back quiet, let the channel roll on. The King of New York Click.
He proclaims to be the king of New York City. He's no king. He might be a queen.
Eddie, I don't proclaim. What happens out here every morning makes me king for the exceptional radio work I do.
That's a whole lot of booty poo. Good morning there, Mr. Crazy Eddie. Good morning, 250, Mr. Enforcer. Yeah, I don't know why Richie's out there. I guess he's looking for handouts or something. Yeah, I tell you, I shut that boy up.
Well, Richie's out here because he's been out here for 30 years having fun with these trucker drivers. But, you know, I'm not trying to tie up their channel or wreck their channel. I'm not out here to kiss anybody's ass, spread rumors, or suck anybody's dick. So I'm going to step back quiet, let the video gate do the work. Cb19nyc on YouTube, I'm Claire.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he does suffer from acute psychosis and mental illness and a desire to be characters that don't exist, like law enforcement. He thinks he's a cop. He thinks he's Marion Sade, so he's delusional. I think there's a word for that when you suffer from multi-personalities. You know, there was a movie called Sybil, and that's where Richie basically suffers from that disease or that mental illness. I forget the exact word for the disorder, but that's what Richie 127 suffers from. You know, he claims to be a technician. 1 minute, then he's a cop. Another minute, then he was retired. He was kicked off the force. He has a million and one stories, but the bottom line is he's just a lonely junkie. And I'm just trying to help the cat, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get him into a program or introduce him to my Kevlar gloves. You know, there's a couple of solutions, but he doesn't want to, you know, meet up with me. So, you know, I can't force him to do the right thing, to come clean, you know what I'm saying?
Sounds like Mr. Michael J. Pyerman is doing a lot of crying out here. Hey, you know, I don't know if you were paying attention the other morning, but can you tell anybody like the drivers out here or me what the definition of psychosis is? If you can give me that one thing, man, I'll turn my radio off for the rest, because, you know, I'm not out here to tie it up. I'm the hole-in-the-wall CB shop. My name is RC127. I'm Steverhat.
Suspect some abuse. I even suspect some abuse, maybe. You know, I hope that's not the...
Cb19nyc on YouTube. You get to know this junkie monkey. Cb19nyc on YouTube, the truck driver's best friend. Cb19nyc on YouTube. Get to know all about this clown.
If he doesn't want to put that crack pipe down, I can't force him to. Only he has the power to say, my name is Richie 127. I'm a lonely junkie. I got short, stubby arms, and I'm too short to fight with God or box with God. And that's all. He just has to come clean. If Richie comes clean, he'll get highly rewarded. I told him I was going to reward him with a brand new Galaxy DX 94 HP, brand new base antenna, and I even put $1,000 cash in an envelope for the cat. But he wouldn't come clean. He's still in denial. He still professes to be characters that don't exist and never will. He is not Marion Sade. I keep telling him that. He is not a cop. He doesn't have a 50-year government, what do you say, appointment with the president. I mean, the cat is delusional to the extreme. Richard, come clean, brother. I'm just trying to help you here. And leave the pipe down. Put it down and say no. Walk to the light. Walk to the end of the tunnel, Richard. Help is there if you want it. But you gotta come clean.
All I want to know is how long this cat and Richie been smoking crack, and what did Richie do to this guy to get him so obsessed? I'm glad. Yes, sirree. Cb19nyc on YouTube, and Enforcer comes clean. There's no cleaning in that video.
Butts down.
Cb19nyc on YouTube. There's nothing cleaner than that video. Enforcer comes clean. I got down.
The only thing I want to enforce is truth and justice the American way. I'm carrying on here without my coffee, man. I gotta go get my first cup. I'm ready to fall back asleep here. I'll be back.
Well, when you come back, give us some justice and truth. Tell us how long you've been smoking that shit with Richie, how long you've been hanging out with Richie, and how Richie crawled up your coolie and got you obsessed with him. The King of New York, hole in the wall CB shop, Cb19nyc on YouTube, for all your truth and justices served up right in your face. Don't be afraid to hit rewind. I deeply apologize there, guys, on Channel 19. I'm not out here to lock up your channel, but, you hear the cheap blows from a man I never met who wishes I was his junkie. And, the rest, you know what it is, baby. You hear the sound of every radio I do. We know what time it is. And that's about Roger, baby. That's a big O, Richie Radio, the hole in the wall CB shop. Hey, 590 over there in Midtown, man. I don't know you either, but hold that thought there, Bubba, because I'm not slinging no watch, man. I know I used to put a nice carrier up in your radio, but hold that thought, baby. It's coming. Yes, sirree. The hole in the wall Brooklyn CB shop. Cb19nyc on YouTube has all your truth and justices. It amazes me. I don't know what I did to this clown to get him out here every morning, but my favorite video is Enforcer Comes Clean, where he says, I don't know you. I ain't got no proof of you doing this, but yet he wants to stand out here and tell you he's got a video. What I want to hear is the driver saying, post the video, produce the video. This will drive this man bonkers. I don't know, guys. I'm the only one out here cleaning up your radio, You just cry. You just want to know why it go on every morning because you allow it. You know what I'm saying? You just got me on your channel for 30 years. The last 4 months you're putting up with one of my fans who's just a little perturbed that Richie did not let him say one word or shoot skip last year for about 8 months straight. So Richie went from 1,500 to 40 watts and everybody wanted to be king. They're in for a big surprise.
Quit your lie, would you?
Well, Crazy Eddie, you're the number one instigator out here. So when I say too many imitators, too many instigators, not enough initiators, and only one innovator cranking out radio sounding like this, Eddie, you're the number one gas thrower out here, Eddie. Eddie, you are the biggest bitch behind two wheels, and even your own guys on the road bitch you out, man. I hear you arguing with decent truck drivers and passing through, trying to steer them into some fantasy land. Tell me, Eddie, how long you been smoking crack with Richie? How long you know Richie? How long you hung out with him? And tell me, what did Richie do? Did he really bust that coolie hole of yours so bad that you're obsessed with him too? No, he didn't. He's having a good time with these video gates. Yesterday's video gate in the morning got 104 hits in less than 4 hours. You know what I call that? The driver's fighting back. Cb19nyc on YouTube for the straight and the narrow.
Is that wacky weed, man?
No, sir. You can't rock out with my video gates if you ain't coherent and have a great deal of comprehension, because you have to understand and realize what was set a transmission ago. The King of New York, the hole in the wall CB shop, Cb19nyc on YouTube. This video gate is rolling, and shit, my buzzer's going off. Here comes a text message. I gotta go outside. Somebody need a microphone check. I'll be back, guys. The king is clear.
Yeah, he's got to get a fresh delivery of buck of weed. That's what that is. You heard him say that, right? Oh, shit. Oh, I gotta watch that. He's getting a fresh delivery of weed or something. You junkie, you.
Well, Eddie, if that was true, so be it. But even if he's only a pothead, it's his only crime, so be it too. And more praise and power to him, I'm clear.
Getting fresh rock. Yep. So you admit that if you take a piss test, being a cup, you're going to be dirty, right? Is that what you're saying? Press serve. That's why nobody ever hired him. He'll never get a job. Never take, no one ever take him seriously. As long as he's smoking that crack and smoking weed, no one will ever employ him. And that's why I'm just trying to help the cat out, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to bash him out here, I'm not trying to dog him out. I'm just trying to help him put the pipe down, put that marijuana down, and we could talk, man. We could set him up, you know? Throw a couple of radios there, you know what I mean? I'm really looking to hook this cat up, make him a respectable individual out there, but he insists on smoking crack and telling lies. I can't help him if he's going to persist in that. And, you know, it is what it is, you know what I mean, Eddie? Only Richie can help himself, I think, at this point. How long has it been? I've been trying to help this cat out here. Just trying to help him come clean, man. I don't want to see anyone go down to drugs. I've seen it happen to friends growing up back in the day. Cats I used to look up to. It does nothing but to...
This cat is so out of breath from smoking crack all night. He's got the nerve talking about me. I'll be back here, guys. I'm going to mic over here. That's a ganja kid. I'll be back, guys.
Ready, I'll be right back. You can't fix that, man. Intervention, exorcism, all that bullshit ain't gonna help him right now at this point. He's beyond help right now. He's just gonna take himself out. Just gotta sit back and that's what he's gotta do.
Hey, Eddie, I bet I live long enough to piss on yours in his grave. No doubt about it. But like I said, just tell the public how long you know Richie hang out, Richie, and how long you've been smoking your crack with Richie, and I won't key up no more. What? You mean you can't tell them how long you know him, how long you hang out with him, and how much you smoke your drugs with him? Oh, man, what kind of show is this? Cb19nyc on YouTube, your hottest video gates in New York City, serving it up with the truth, the justified, and the American up in your face. Do not be afraid to hit rewind way. My favorite videos this month, Enforcer Comes Clean, and Drivers Fighting Back. Cb19nyc on YouTube. Got down.
Pass out, and it's lights out.
Well, you know, the Drivers Fighting Back was a good one. The minute y'all started telling this boy, yesterday's video, he had a nervous breakdown in about 19 minutes, bro. He had a nervous breakdown in yesterday's video at 19 minutes. From 19 to 22 minutes, my man died. But anyway, I'm your hole in the wall, Brooklyn CB shop, bro. To those out there who know me for decades, RC127, ain't nothing changed but the date and time, duck plugger. Let me apologize for the last 4 or 5 months you've been out here hearing this monkey junkie. But, hey, you know, when the other CB shop in the Bronx is hurting so bad that they got to put people out here to do this, I call that, you know what I call that? I call that satisfaction. The song goes, I can't get no satisfaction. Well, look at what I did because I do it better than everyone else. I don't know, Eddie. I bought 400 radios in less than 2 calendar years on the Channel 19, and I never got a bad radio check, even with the new location and 40 watts only. The King of New York laid it down back quiet.
Quit your lying, would you?
Well, you know, Eddie, anybody that wants to hear my work can type in one word with no space. It's called Dollar Vans, Eddie. Now, in them Dollar Van videos, if you go to my first channel, Danny Brasco, and you look for Dollar Vans, listen to the first 2-3 months of videos. Listen to the worst sounding 2 channels in New York. Now listen to them today, Eddie. Listen to, man, you're going to hear so many loud, clear, punchy through and recorded so nice radios, you're not going to know what to do. The minute that shit comes through there, distorted, muffled, bassy, squealing, and nasty, you know Richie didn't touch that one. Now let's see what there's more of, the King's Claw.
Yeah, and you know what? You're full of shit again about that, the Queens. The Queens side Dollar Vans. They're all the same, motherfucker. They come from the same place, man. They come out of Brooklyn and travel to Queens. So there is no Queens-based Dollar Van people. They're all the same. And no, it wasn't done by a guy up in the Bronx. He had nothing to do with that. Another fucking excuse.
Well, Mr. Eddie, all the Dollar Vans on my Brooklyn channels in my Dollar Van video, just type in Dollar Vans, no space, Just one word, dollar vans that look for the CB radios or Richie. Mr. Eddie, all these cats, you know, I've been around them for 6 or 7 years. Only put the antenna up too. All these guys work Utica, Flatbush Avenue, Linden Boulevard. They're not from Queens, dude. These aren't Queens drivers. None of their routes are taking them into Queens. Not one guy's around me rocking to Queens, Eddie. So to be honest with you, man, you'll have to, you know, produce some video gates when you go down into Queens, and let's see who did their radios. Maybe you could make a couple of dummies, but the proof's in the pudding, Eddie. One word on YouTube, Eddie, dollar vans. No space, just dollar vans. And listen to the videos. Listen to my work. Eddie, my work is doing this. My work and billions of dollars of stolen drug, government, and murder money is against me. Eddie, I ain't too worried about it. I'm the king, baby. If I'm not the king, why do I got the whole world talking about my hole in the wall CB shop?
Whole world, yeah, you got the whole world in your hands, okay. You gonna sing that song now, Richie? I got the whole world in his hands.
No, I'm going to get quiet because the rest of my people that are out here for 30 years, I don't want them saying I'm like the scumbag crazy Eddie Reinforcer, so I'm down and out.
I remember back in the day he was saying, I can't touch on the winner's side. I can't talk, coming back. I got people lined up around the corner. Richie, forget about it. You've been busted, Richie. You have no people out here.
I got a lot of people out here, my friend. All I'm doing is letting you burn your britches before I straighten your ass out. Actually, I already chumped you. Enforcer comes clean. 5 months of these guys here, and you come clean, and we got you to come clean. By the way, all that offering to me, taking to buy yourself a pair of shoes, looks like you need it.
Richie, you need to get off of drugs, man. Buying a pair of shoes is the last thing on your list there. You need to get off the pipe. You need to start.
Look at him, he's getting all choked up. He can't even tell these lies anymore. And you aren't smart enough to question him the right way, so, hey, you gotta put up with it every morning. I'm only gonna key up 1 or 2 times from now on just to let him hear me and let him rant on. Let you truck drivers have to deal with it. Oh, snap. Here goes the Stevie Ramone show. Oh, the king of New York City. No doubt about it. The hole in the wall Brooklyn CB shop, the most talked about, most feared man on and off this mic. And you wonder why? Baby, I'm for real. I'm as real can get.
You don't know what real is. Unless it slapped you in the head, you still wouldn't know reality.
Well, you know, I can't wait for some guy out here to come smack me in my head. But after hearing you cry the way you did with all the stories you made up in the last 4 months, I definitely ain't worried about Pansy Boy parading around the garage and no feet in the photo coming to get me.
Hey, Richie, why are you choking profusely like that? What's wrong with you, man? I mean, I'm hearing the worst. I'm hearing you got the monster, man. Yeah, I don't even want to kid around like that, but you're coughing really bad, man. It sounds like you really need to see a doctor.
Really? Has anybody heard me coughing this morning? Or do I sound like I'm fully charged, full of breath, not like I was on a rock pipe all night like this clown, taking breaths and can't sputter words? I'll tell you what. I'm the fast talker, slow walker, needle dancer, skip shoot, audio slinger, big badge wielder, the second son of the big gun. And do I sound anything like a goddess or a cough to you?
Richie, there's video recordings, your own videos of you choking in the background like your lungs are coming out. What are you talking about? Am I choking now? Stop it already. Stop your denial. This is as recent as yesterday. What, are you going to recover in 24 hours? You got a miracle immune system now? Come on, Richard. Stop it already.
Well, you know, dude, I do fully realize that crackheads never cough because their lungs are so numbed and slowed up. But, dude, I smoke a lot of weed. I'm a pothead, dude. Sue me if you don't like it, but I'm a pothead, baby, and I cough. I cough when I'm puffing the plucker.
You're also stroking on the male organ. You're also accepting too much jism in your throat. I told you, don't swallow. Spit it out.
Is that what you've been doing every morning for 4 months out here while you're uttering my name? You're stroking your male organ? Oh, shame on you, Mr. Enforcer. You know, I gotta love yesterday. You had a nervous breakdown, begging and pleading. Come clean already, you bastard. Oh, I'm gonna make a noise toy out of that. I'm sorry.
But you gotta stop it already. Come on. You say you're a driver's best friend out here. What service do you provide for the drivers other than headaches, agina? All right. What service do you provide out here, Richard, other than plugging ears and talking nonsense, or providing entertainment, being a clown that you are and always was? Stop it already. Let me go get my second cup of Java, man. Then I can rip into you in full gear.
Only fags say Java for coffee. And hurry up, go get it so you can rip into me and tie up these drivers' channels and put carrier in the airway while I'm just using just enough spinning the knob left to tickle your fister. Because, I don't want them saying that I'm locking it down or I'm on their channel or I'm out here every morning crying about a man I don't know, trying to convince them that he uses my hardcore drugs. I don't know, baby. It's kind of irritating to me, but I like it. It makes video gates, it gets views, and last but not least, it delivers the truth to the real men and operators around the New York City area. And I gotta say, there ain't too many of them. I'm embarrassed to say that, but hey, the fact is here. But you know my position. I'm the one with the ultra-large couple of almonds on freeze. I'm the one that's going to make the Richie's biggest and best CB shop into a humongous warehouse right here in Brooklyn. So you know what? I'm just sitting back, rolling with all the blows, man. Just letting time go by, tick-tock, day by day. Pretty soon, what the fuck? What, he hit the what? No, man, he had all that shit ready.
Say no to crack because crack is whack. Once you smoke crack, you can never look back. Richard, put it down, brother. Put down the pipe and listen to me, Richard. Come on. It seems like intervention, you're refusing. Exorcism, you're refusing. Come on. Where are you going to ask for help, brother? Put it down.
Well, you know there, Mr. Enforcer, sir, you didn't have to say yeah. You wouldn't have to worry about saying no or putting it down there. And intervention, well, it sounds like you've been intervening with these guys for the last 4 or 5 months with your jism about Richie. Now, exorcism, that is to remove a demonic being within. I don't know. There's nothing about me that's demonic. I'll tell you why you should just say no to crack. Because then it would have you out here every morning for the last 5 months repeating yourself. Same words over and over, same plot lines. That's what crack does. Richie, the king of New York, I'm glad.
You're getting it all twisted there, brother. What the demon does, exorcism removes the demon from your soul, from your spiritual body. All right? And that's what the demon has over you, is that love for crack, that love for drugs that you consume every morning, every afternoon, every evening. Don't you understand? You're a slave of drugs. That's one of the demon's power. That's one of the Lucifer's strengths. He makes people liars. He's one of the biggest liars that ever existed in the history, is the devil. And that's what you've become, an extreme liar, a sexual deviant.
Listen to the stumble junkie. Crazy Eddie, you gotta do better than these clowns.
And a foreskin nibbler. These are all qualities that the devil, he loves. He loves to put you down, to bring you down, then to make you the town's clown. I'm just trying to remove that possession from you. All right, you're possessed, brother. And I can try to heal you. I can't say I can, but I will try. That's why I'm out here. Because I don't want to see no one be where you're at right now, brother. It's not about anger and not about hate. Total opposite. I don't want to see anyone consumed by the devil. And that's what's going on out here. Richie 127, that crack is not your friend. All right? You must put it down, brother. Put that pipe down and say hallelujah. Sing with me, brother. Come on. See the light at the end of the tunnel. There is light there. But you have to stand on your 2 feet and walk towards it, brother. Put down the crack pipe. Say no to drugs. Say no to crack, because crack is whack. Do you follow me, brother?
I keep telling you, dude, if you didn't say yes in the first place, you wouldn't have to worry about saying no. But I really appreciate you informing all of us and allowing us to know what has been running inside of you for the last 5 months every morning out here. The demon. I mean, the more you talk, the more we're learning. I'd love to say you learn something new every day, but more and more, all I can hear is you pausing to make up your lies, wishing I was your kind of junkie, and last but not least, I don't sound comfortably numb out of breath there like I'm talking on a rock pipe. The King of New York. Yo, fellas, this is amazing, bro. Cb19nyc on YouTube, and don't ever be afraid to hit rewind, baby.
And admit that you have a problem with
Cb19nyc on YouTube. Cb19nyc on YouTube. Cb19nyc on YouTube. The truck driver's best friend, delivering all the truth and the justice in the American way. The King of New York. The King of New York. Old side stepping on back quiet.
Rich, I can only try to help you, brother. I can't force you. If you put it down, I can help you. I'm there for you, brother. But you got to put it down first.
Well, Mr. Enforcer, I sympathize with you, so all I can say to you, as long as you never picked it up, you won't ever have to worry about putting it down. Tavo.
Put it down. Hey, Crazy Eddie. Crazy Eddie, just tell this cat, so people out there don't think I'm picking on Richie. Tell him the man has an extreme acute psychosis. He's suffering from various illnesses, mental, psychological, physical, and spiritual. Richie, put it down, brother. I'm just trying to help you here. I don't want to hurt you.
Mr. Enforcer, you're speaking with big words. Some of these drivers do not know what psychosis means. Can you kindly elaborate and explain the definition of psychosis in under 3 sentences? I mean, if you're gonna talk to these guys, you might as well make them understand what it is you're saying. I'm sorry. Would you say the definition of psychosis was, sir?
Mr. Island Man. Good morning, Eddie. Top of the morning.
Okay, well, I guess Mr. Enforcer couldn't give any of the drivers the definition of psychosis, so right now he's going to look it up. Cb19nyc on YouTube, the truck driver's best friend when he can't get by the radio. Cb19nyc on YouTube, no doubt it. The hole in the wall, Brooklyn CB shop.